Nightfall in Minneapolis in December usually spells freezing temps, and that is precisely the case outside these walls. But we are a comfortable 72 degrees inside U.S. Bank Stadium. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with their opponents. Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
At their own 13-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now.
At the 13-yard line.
Now Lance. He completes this to Russell Gage. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Lets this go for Renfro downfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jamel Dean. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. On play action, now Carr. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Houston. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise errors.
Fall in Minneapolis in December usually spells freezing temps, and that is precisely the case outside these walls. But we are a comfortable 72 degrees inside U.S. Bank Stadium. It can certainly get loud inside this building. And just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with their opponents. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. And he'll be taken down at the 18. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down. These two teams matching up for the 2nd time this year. Their first meeting back in October, week 6. And it was the Vikings who won that one on the road, so they'll look for the sweep here in Minneapolis. Quick throw caught out wide by Renfro. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up. First downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
On 1st down, Friedman, and he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 1.
Lance to throw on 3rd and 1. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Vikings. Yeah, boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Michael Carter. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll run with Carter. And now Carter going to be stopped up short. He did not get there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. Carr to throw for it on 4th down. Got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. These two teams, you may remember, they met in Minnesota earlier in the year with the Vikings coming out victorious. So if they can win here in Minnesota, they'd get a sweep of the season series. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Carr going to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. So first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sidelines. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
At their own 38-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And listen, these Thursday night games, they're tough on the body. You just played on Sunday, 72 hours later. Hey, it's game day again, but I have to think a Thursday night game in September much more preferable than a Thursday nighter in December, no?
Oh, there's no...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Draymond Jones. What a play by him. That's a loss of 17. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Another try after the first down sack. Carr buying time to his left. Zaven Collins in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
From his end zone, it's Carr on 3rd and long. Going deep here for Parker. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
And they'll send out their punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And it's fielded at the 34. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Lance. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Vikings! Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 20 on the year, and the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. The point after is good, and it's now 14-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
On 2nd and 10, Carr. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Carr to throw again. This is caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Michael Carter, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Gunners have got it back to within a score. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Now Saquon Barkley. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On second down, here's Barkley. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 42 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
They'll run on first down. Barkley, and no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9.
Brings up second and 9 at the 47-yard line.
And now they'll throw with Lance. Escaping the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. On first down, Barkley, and he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a second and 9.
Brings up second and 9.
A handoff, Barkley running left. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. The Vikings on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter. 7. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. They'll run on first down. Barkley, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Grady Jarrett with the tackle.
Second and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Shotgun now for Lance. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And Charles, you think about this offense, and it's kind of a tricky time of the season because you're 14-0, looking to see this one out to the end, but you start to run into situations where guys are getting a little banged up. Maybe could use some time sharing, some time on the bench just to rest. How do you approach the rest of this regular season?
I'm telling you, you don't ask the easy stuff, do you? I mean, you created a heck of a situation there, and actually you didn't create it. You presented it, and you're exactly right. It is tricky because your eye has to be on the ultimate prize, which is the Super Bowl. That's paramount. But at the same time, how much fun would it be to go down as one of the all-time great teams and join the 1972 Dolphins as the only undefeated team to win a Super Bowl?
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. In lieu of the sneak on 4th and inches, they just say, give it to the big man in the backfield.
Yeah, fullback no less. Not many of those left in the NFL, but for those that have one, perfect time to use them, perfect time to get it done.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Here's a quick throw out wide by Lance, complete. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Working from the gun, Lance. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Hunter Renfrow, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Carr now on first down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. You know, following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
Play action. Now it's Carr. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Carr. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Flush to his right. And incomplete on the deep ball.
So 1 first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
Carr going to go on 4th down. Here's Tony on the quick slam. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. So this a 2-possession ball game as we get back underway, set for the 3rd quarter. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Carr. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
The passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Carr going to try and throw on third down. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Jordan. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Now this throw caught left side. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now he's got it. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Here's 2nd and 2 now from the 3.
Now Carr.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Eluding the pressure right.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Picked off inside the 5. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the 2nd half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
They'll go to Barkley again. And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10. On 3rd down, Barkley. And he will have the first down here as he's up to the 15.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
Off of play action, here's Lance.
On the move to his left. He finds his man, complete. That's Pearson. And all the way to the opposite 45. A big play there for Minnesota. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. A give to Barkley out of the gun. Barkley a first down and more. And down to the 27-yard line.
86 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
This is Barkley. And this time the yards won't come. In fact, tackle him behind the line. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Lance going to throw.
Forced out to his left. Throw left side complete. That's Pearson. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to...
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting.
And the Vikings are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 46. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
2nd down. Here's Barkley again.
And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory.
He's across midfield to the 48-yard line. A gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 4.
Here's Lance to throw it.
And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch.
And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
3rd and 4 is always a tough call. Maybe a little too long to run for it, but not too long to hit him on the quick slant. And that was well executed. Found the window and zipped it right in there.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Here's a give to Barkley. Justin Simmons up from his safety spot to make the tackle.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Barkley. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 3.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
And they'll go for it. Lance.
He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And that will get out of bounds. Lucky there. They keep possession inside the 5. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
Barkley, he is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
2nd and goal at the 8-yard line.
To throw, it's Lance.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. This will cost him 11 yards there on the 2nd and goal sack. The Vikings on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and goal.
Now Lance.
It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Hunter Renfrow, his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Vikings are moving closer to a 15-0 record as they extend their lead here.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone.
Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Carr now on 1st down.
He's got Jordan complete right side.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw caught there by Wallace. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 11. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. But just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception, and this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory.
An even 100 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Four yards remain for second down. They'll run it again with Barkley. Runs over him. And he's got this down to the 35.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10.
Throwing on first down is Lance.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
A lot of ground to cover. 2nd and 22.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Escaping the pressure right. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
Flushed out right. He's going to let it fly. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A huge play there for Houston. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. It's been a long day for you.
Working from the gun, it's Carr.
He'll dump this off to Carter, complete.
That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
A throw to the flat for Carter.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Now Carr again.
He'll check this one down to Carter.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game.
Here's 2nd and a yard.
One final try now for Carr. Steps away to his left. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better.